Are you struggling with feeling stuck in your life journey? Does it seem as if the challenges or conflicts that you keep experiencing are on repeat? Healing through feeling could be your new way through to a more satisfying life. Now, here is the host of the Feel to Heal with Sharyn Nichols show, licensed marriage and family therapist and life guide, Sharyn Nichols.
Welcome, everyone, to today's show. My name is Sharyn Nichols. I'm a licensed marriage and family therapist and life guide with over 25 years experience of communicating, of talking with people, of listening to people, of figuring out what it actually means to be a human being and all of its beautifulness, all of its glory, and then all of its ugly ickiness, because we are the sum of all of our experiences. We are who we are, and yet there's always an opening for change, for growth, for the allowing of the others to have their experience, and then for you to allow yourself to have your experience. So welcome to today's show, because we're going to be talking about gaslighting. And I chose this topic because there's been so much talk about gaslighting and narcissism and narcissistic behavior, and then even manipulation. So now I want to throw that into the mix. Although, as usual, we are going to start with a fabulous little meditation just to anchor us, to anchor me, all those listening. And because the best way that I know to be in the present moment is to actually anchor. And so mostly it's just receiving breaths, and then, of course, listening to my soothing voice with a little bit of direction, and we're good to go. So let's receive a breath. And find a comfortable, quiet place to sit, and allow your eyes to close. Receiving another breath, breathing in the light and breathing out all that does not serve you at this moment. The only thing that matters is the here and now, right here, right now, moment, this moment. Imagine you are sitting in front of your council of three: your mind, your body, and your soul. The three distinct parts of you that when you open your eyes, you are all three. So for right now, with our eyes closed, your mind is sitting across from you to your left, your body across from you in the center, and your soul across from you on the right. Feel free to make these three entities whatever you would like, whatever first comes into your mind's eye. They could be celebrities, they could be deities, they could be spirits, animals, objects, colors, blobs, energies, whatever you desire. Trust what you see. Looking at your mind, ask your mind, what do you need to tell me? What do you want me to remember? What's on the proverbial grocery list of my thoughts. What thoughts do I need to let go of that aren't serving me? What truths can I anchor for myself in this moment? Just giving yourself some time. And now, if you would like, you may allow your eyes to open and write down anything that your mind has shared with you, if of course it is safe to do so. I'm going to give you a couple of moments to do that, or just sit and be with your thoughts. Be with your mind. Be in conversation. Just allow. Receiving a breath and allowing your eyes to close again. And in your mind's eye, looking towards your body, whatever it now represents for you, and allowing your eyes to close if you haven't already. Scan your body from head to toe and notice any feelings or sensations, aches, pains, or tension. Noticing your head, your neck, your chest, your arms, your hands, your solar plexus, your back and lower back, your legs and your feet. Maybe wiggling your toes. Just being in the noticing. Where you're holding what needs to be let go of, where the tension is for you to be letting go of it. Sending love and attention to any of those areas that need the support of letting go. And then the opening to receiving, all within your body, your vessel. And when you are complete, thank your body. Give gratitude to this incredible being that you are, that gets you from point A to point B. Breathing in the light, exhaling all that is not serving you, allowing for this incredible opening and anchoring in of the truth of who you are. Bringing your attention now to your right, to your soul. And allowing your eyes to see through your mind's eye and ask your inner authority, your soul, the driver, the mover, the holder of the map, the keys to your inner knowing, your authority, who you are. Ask, what's my next right move? Please show me on my soul's map, because you know exactly where I'm going. Please ask for support in remembering who you are. Remember who you are. Your soul knows. Your soul is your guide. Your soul will take you there. Remember who you are. Receive a breath. Breathe in the knowing, the remembering. Exhale again all that is not serving you, all the thoughts, all the tension, all that is not serving you. When you are ready, thank your soul for always directing you and placing you on the path that is your divine path, that is only for you, and always getting you there safely, knowing that everything is happening for you and always in the right time, in all ways. When you're ready, receiving another breath and just giving gratitude. Just breathing in gratitude, exhaling gratitude for being here in this present moment, right here, right now, for there is no other. And when you are ready, allowing your eyes to open. Thank you. I am all bubbly and tingly and feeling bright-eyed and bushy-tailed because I have been letting go of all the things that do not serve me. And so that is the best place to start with this conversation of gaslighting. It is so incredible what we allow. And so, as I said in the very beginning, I chose this topic because I want to separate out what's really happening. And because gaslighting is so serious and we talk so much about it as it being a part of abuse. And so we're going to take a break. And when we come back, we're going to dive into the differences between it all. And I'm hoping that at the end of the show, you will understand what it means and how it actually truly does apply to you and how it doesn't. So thank you so much for tuning in to the Feel to Heal show with myself, Sharyn Nichols, on the Inspired Choices Network. And you can find me at feeltoheal.com. And of course, always Sharyn Nichols at feeltoheal.com is my email. And I would love some feedback. So thank you so much for tuning in to the first segment and look forward to you coming back after the break. See you back in a moment.
At different times on our life journey, we can feel stuck and struggle with seeing our way through. What if the answer to the struggle is just to go deeper than the surface? By tuning in to Feel to Heal with Sharyn Nichols show, with licensed marriage and family therapist and life guide Sharyn Nichols, you'll receive insight and guidance on exploring your feelings in order to heal yourself. Are you ready to create a more satisfying, peaceful, and successful life? Listen for the Feel to Heal with Sharyn Nichols show every Monday at 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, 5 p.m. Central, 4 p.m. Mountain, and 3 p.m. Pacific on InspiredChoicesNetwork.com.
Healing through feeling is possible. What if you could start living life as you were meant to, before all the conditioning and trauma covered up your beautiful soul? What if your relationships could deepen through a more authentic connection to your feelings and others? A more satisfying, successful, and peaceful life is obtainable when you work with Sharyn Nichols, marriage and family therapist and life guide. Connect through her website, feeltoheal.com, or her email, SharynNichols@feeltoheal.com, to learn more about the Feel to Heal process. Isn't it time for you to start healing?
This is Feel to Heal with Sharyn Nichols show, with licensed marriage and family therapist and life guide Sharyn Nichols. To participate in the program, join our live studio audience in our chat room at InspiredChoicesNetwork.com. You can also ask questions or comments by email by sending to SharynNichols@feeltoheal.com. Now, back to the program.
Welcome back, and thank you so much for tuning in to the Feel to Heal show with myself, Sharyn Nichols. And isn't it time to start healing? Isn't it? I mean, that's what this has all been about for me. My whole life's journey has been about me, healing me. Because I know, this much I do know for sure, that if I am in a solid, grounded place, then there isn't anything I can do. If I am in the present moment, then however anyone chooses to communicate with me or for me or even at me, I can be present. I'm here. So that's what brings us to gaslighting. And that's what brought us here today. So gaslighting, as defined by the American Psychological Association, is an action word. In other words, a verb, to manipulate another person in doubting his or her perceptions, experiences, or understanding of events. So gaslighting is an insidious form of manipulation and psychological control. So victims of gaslighting are deliberately and systematically fed false information that leads them to question what they know to be true, most often about themselves. So we may end up doubting ourselves, our memory, our perceptions, and then even to the point of our own insanity, or our own sanity cause us to feel as though we are insane. So over time, gaslighters' manipulations. So a specific gaslighter's manipulations, because not all manipulation is gaslighting, and I'll get there in a moment. So a gaslighter's manipulation can grow more complex and potent, making it even it gets, each layer becomes, they keep digging deeper and deeper and deeper, and we keep sinking farther and farther into the hole. So then it makes it even more difficult for us as the victim to see the truth of what's actually really happening. So let's talk about how gaslighting actually works. And I'm so fascinated by a lot of this. So the term gaslighting actually comes from a 1938 play called Gaslight. And then it was made into a film. And so gaslighting can occur in personal and professional relationships. Or. And so victims are being targeted. We feel it here at the core of our being, of our sense of identity and our self-worth. So I'm going to say that this is the precursor to low self-esteem. So let's go back to the manipulative people who engage in gaslighting. Do so to attain power over their victims, either because they simply derive warped enjoyment from the act, or because they wish to emotionally, physically, or financially control their victim. So it's emotionally, physically, or financially control their victim. So I want to talk about manipulation. And trying to find my notes is what I'm going for, because I think it's really important to separate out right here, right now, where manipulation is different. And the wording was perfect. So because not all manipulation is bad, meaning, we manipulate on a regular basis. We are manipulated on a regular basis. Even advertising is a form of manipulation, and not all advertising is bad. It's a way to say to you, okay, here's a problem that you're having, and now I have a solution to your problem. And so the solution is my product or my service. And so that's not necessarily manipulation for evil or bad. And I think manipulation has gotten such a bad rap. And so not all manipulation is bad, because some manipulation could be helpful, because if you don't know something, you can be then educated. So some manipulation can be a form of education. It's just the way we look at it. Thank you. Manipulation is the key part of gaslighting. But manipulation is a fairly common tactic, and almost everyone is capable of using it while gaslighting. And gaslighters are more rare. See, manipulation is happening all the time, but gaslighters are more rare. However, we like to, it's the new buzzword. I think gaslighting is the new buzzword. And so I want to dispel the myth that everyone who manipulates is a gaslighter. So not every advertiser is a gaslighter. They're just trying to manipulate you to buy their product. So as children, we try to manipulate our parents at a very early age. And as I said before, marketers try to manipulate consumers. And there's something to be said that's part of actually the human process. It's also how we grow and learn, and how we learn to set boundaries for ourselves. And so with children, it's about setting the boundary, because of course, as a child, we're always trying to get our own way, because we're egocentric beings. So of course we want things to happen our way. And which is why, as I know I've said multiple times before, that we are actually just we're little children within ourselves, walking around as adults trying to show up in the world. And yet this is not the gaslighter. This is actually just us trying to figure out who we are and setting the proper boundaries. And so we speak how we were spoken to as children. And so this is quite often what parents do, because this is what their parents did, because it's truly about, you need to do it my way. My way is the right way. And that's a gaslighter. So gaslighting involves a pattern of abusive behaviors with the intent not just to influence someone, but to control them. And a lot of parents assume that the only way to get their children to do what they want them to do or what they think is the right thing for them to do is to control them. So some of what our parents inadvertently and didn't necessarily mean to do, because it wasn't necessarily the evil, they're just trying to control or educate or teach you or show you what's worked for them as they showed up in the world. And so now it all gets intertwined. And that is, I'm going to say, the healthy part, if that's even fair, the healthy part of manipulation in terms of teaching and educating children as to how to show up in the world. So how does gaslighting actually begin? So in a relationship with a gaslighter, so now we're going to separate out that your parents aren't gaslighting you. Now we're just going to talk about a gaslighter and how it starts as a relationship now when you're an adult. So now I'm going to separate out, okay, we're no longer a child, we're now showing up as an adult. And I am assuming that we've all experienced this tactic known as love bombing. So you can be out on a first date with someone and they may praise you immediately. So then you will confide in them. And then you give them little bits of pieces of information so that before you have actually established any type of true intimacy, they now have information that they can now use against you. So they will love bomb you and tell you you are amazing and that you're the best person ever. And isn't it, how you look, how you show up in the world and all these things, because they are feeding your ego because they think that that's what you need in order to lift you up. So they keep telling you you are the most amazing person on the planet, you're going to be so open to hearing what they have to say, because here it is, they are telling you how amazing you are. So therefore they must know you. They must know the truth of who you are, because at the very core of you, you do really believe that you are this amazing person. You just need to be told that you are an amazing person by someone from the outside of you, so you can actually then believe it yourself. So, people, stop it. Know it for who you are within yourself. So then when someone says it to you, you can detect whether they're just using it to bullshit you or not. Because if you know the truth of who you are, then it doesn't matter. It's just added bonus. It's just, oh, great, another person sees me for who I am, and I don't have to do anything to prove it to them. They get to just be them and be with themselves and be in my aura and my orbit. Please don't let the gaslighter tell you that you are less than. As soon as someone brings in someone else into the conversation, oh, so-and-so also agrees with me, because they hear it. They know your pain point. They hear it. That's what they do. They're listening for the in so they can control you. So a gaslighter will initially lie about the simple things. About the volume. But the volume of their misinformation still grows. And then they may accuse you of lying because you're now questioning them. So let's just take a deep breath on that. And let's bring it back around, and we're going to take a break. And when we come back, we're going to just talk more about the differences between the gaslighter, the manipulator, and then I'm going to go so far as to say the narcissist. So I will see you back here in a moment. Thank you so much for tuning in to the Feel to Heal show with myself, Sharyn Nichols, on the incredible Inspired Choices Network. Woo woo!
At different times on our life journey, we can feel stuck and struggle with seeing our way through. What if the answer to the struggle is just to go deeper than the surface? By tuning in to Feel to Heal with Sharyn Nichols show, with licensed marriage and family therapist and life guide Sharyn Nichols, you'll receive insight and guidance on exploring your feelings in order to heal yourself. Are you ready to create a more satisfying, peaceful, and successful life? Listen for the Feel to Heal with Sharyn Nichols show every Monday at 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, 5 p.m. Central, 4 p.m. Mountain, and 3 p.m. Pacific on InspiredChoicesNetwork.com.
How wonderful would it be to carry your favorite Inspired Choices Network host with you throughout your day? Well, now you can. Inspired Choices Network now has its very own mobile app. Our free app offers live streaming shows, along with thousands of podcasts and TV episodes. Our shows cover a wide variety of topics. Whether you're waking up with us, carrying us through the day, and taking us to bed with you, we're always here for you to enjoy. We're easy to find. Just search for Inspired Choices Network in the Apple App Store or Google Play Store.
Healing through feeling is possible. What if you could start living life as you were meant to before all the conditioning and trauma covered up your beautiful soul? What if your relationships could deepen through a more authentic connection to your feelings and others? A more satisfying, successful, and peaceful life is attainable when you work with Sharyn Nichols, marriage and family therapist and life guide. Connect through her website, feeltoheal.com, or her email, SharynNichols@feeltoheal.com, to learn more about the Feel to Heal process. Isn't it time for you to start healing?
This is Feel to Heal with Sharyn Nichols show, with licensed marriage and family therapist and life guide Sharyn Nichols. To participate in the program, join our live studio audience in our chat room at InspiredChoicesNetwork.com. You can also ask questions or comments by email by sending to SharynNichols@feeltoheal.com. Now, back to the program.
All righty. Well, welcome back, everyone. Thank you so much for tuning in to the Feel to Heal show with myself, Sharyn Nichols. And we are talking about gaslighting and narcissism and manipulation. And so what is the difference between gaslighting and narcissism? So gaslighting can be a part of narcissistic personality disorder, but it's not a core trait of it. So a narcissist may be self-promoting and feel superior to others, and a gaslighter aims to make another person question their own self-value. So always go back to the truth of who you are. You know it. Just because somebody says it doesn't make it true. That is, and this is, has been my biggest core. I believed that everyone else knew me better than I know myself. Am I still human? Yes. Do I still get things wrong? Yes. Do I still have wishes, hopes, dreams, and desires? Yes. And I keep coming back to my authority. I keep checking in with the truth, with who I actually really am. And like I've mentioned before, I am all the good, the bad, and the ugly, and the magnificence, the beauty, the the light, the dark. I am the sum of it all. I can't be one without the other. And so I implore all of you listening, please, if you've experienced this or experiencing any type of gaslighting, please start digging your way out of this hole that you have found yourself in. Not good or bad, because this is where you are. You've allowed, because we've all allowed ourselves. We've all given away our power. And that's okay. So stop beating yourself up and come back. Come back to who you are. So let's talk a little bit about how gaslighting and narcissism are still related. Because the lie exaggerates both gaslighters and narcissists, and they are prone to frequent lying and exaggerations about themselves. And then they try to lift themselves up by putting others down. And we are just so used to, if we're going back to the little person inside of us, we're so used to being put down and told that we are wrong, or that our thinking is flawed, or that we don't know anything, because it goes back to that core wound. That one time when we were a little kid, we were told, we don't know what we're doing. We don't know what we're talking about. We made a huge mistake. We're stupid. We're selfish. We're all of these wonderful things that we then tell our gaslighter, probably within the first couple of minutes of having a conversation with them, what our core wound is. And so then they know exactly where to go, because they are master manipulators. So they're more than a manipulator. Oh, I like that, Sharyn. They're master manipulators, which makes them gaslighters. We could just be a regular manipulator and not be a master at it. They are also really, really good at what they do, because they can get you to truly believe. They can truly get you to believe in the lie, and that you then need to admit it to them. And that just brings you down even further. And it goes against who you actually really truly are. You're letting go. You are actually giving up all of your power. So that's why, oh my gosh, I just have that. I'm going to date myself. There's the movie Network, where everyone takes their televisions and throws them out the window because they're not going to take it anymore. So, and it was a very powerful moment for the protagonist in the movie, because we're not going to take it anymore. You do not need to take it anymore. You can let it go. Narcissists and gaslighters will probably never, there's always a small percentage, so I'll say most likely 95% of the time, not admit fault. They are not going to take responsibility. Although how they keep you in the loop is they keep telling you you're responsible, because they will never take responsibility for it. So you still keep thinking that it's all about you, that you're the one who's doing this, that you've created this whole thing for you. Again, keeping you in the victim. So there's the difference between life happening for you and life happening to you. They're going to keep telling you that it's happening for you, although that's part of the manipulation. because it's not happening to you. It's happening for you, if that makes sense. So it's about you taking a step back and going, wait a second, this is happening for me, although it feels like it's happening to me. So being a victim is, and like I talked about this, the stages. So they want to keep you in the first stage of victim consciousness, which is just that. Everything is happening to you, to you, to you. In order for you to move out of the to you, you have to move to things happening for me. So this is happening for me. Every time there is any type of a glitch, or every single time, and I am saying that every single time, things don't go the way I either A, think they should, want them to, what I planned for, I'm like, okay, I'm just going to be present. I'm going to roll with whatever is in front of me. And here I am, because everything is happening for me. So now I can go on and I can share about some of my horrible experience that I've even had in the past week, where I absolutely could be crying, victim, victim, victim. And in the moment I was, because it was happening to me in the moment. Then I checked in with myself, with my own authority, with the truth of who I am. I ran it through that filter. And I was like, okay, this is happening for me. I get to. I don't have to. I choose to be present and just allow. When in doubt, breathe in, breathe out. That's a card that I have. I wish I didn't bring it to my desk because it's in another place. So every time I look at it, when in doubt, because I'm assuming that gaslighting and manipulation brings up the doubt in ourselves. So when in doubt, breathe in, period, breathe out, period. Just do it. It's what I've been talking about, bringing us all back. Me. That's why I keep doing this. Wow. I keep putting my hands together as in prayer and pulling them down, because it reminds me to always be present. Because like I said at the very beginning, I've been all tingly. I've been all emotional or feeling. I've been agitated because this is happening for me. This topic is happening for me. Me being in conversation about gaslighting and narcissists and manipulation, because I don't want to self-identify as a manipulator in the negative. I'm not a master manipulator, although I am a manipulator because I'm holding up the mirror. I hold up the mirror for you, which could feel like a manipulation. So when we come back from break, we're going to talk more about this and how the difference between being a master manipulator and just being a manipulator, and how manipulation can be of service. So the difference between the two. So thank you so much for tuning in to the Feel to Heal show with myself, Sharyn Nichols, and we're talking about gaslighting and manipulation. And
at different times on our life journey, we can feel stuck and struggle with seeing our way through. What if the answer to the struggle is just to go deeper than the surface? By tuning in to Feel to Heal with Sharyn Nichols show with licensed marriage and family therapist and life guide Sharyn Nichols, You'll receive insight and guidance on exploring your feelings in order to heal yourself. Are you ready to create a more satisfying, peaceful, and successful life? Listen for the Feel to Heal with Sharyn Nichols show every Monday at 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, 5 p.m. Central, 4 p.m. Mountain, and 3 p.m. Pacific on InspiredChoicesNetwork.com.
Healing through feeling is possible. What if you could start living life as you were meant to before all the conditioning and trauma covered up your beautiful soul? What if your relationships could deepen through a more authentic connection to your feelings and others? A more satisfying, successful, and peaceful life is attainable when you work with Sharyn Nichols, marriage and family therapist and life guide. Connect through her website, feeltoheal.com, or her email, SharynNichols@feeltoheal.com, to learn more about the Feel to Heal process. Isn't it time for you to start healing?
This is Feel to Heal with Sharyn Nichols Show with licensed marriage and family therapist and life guide Sharyn Nichols. To participate in the program, join our live studio audience in our chat room at InspiredChoicesNetwork.com. You can also ask questions or comments by email by sending to SharynNichols@feeltoheal.com. Now, back to the program.
Welcome back. Thank you so much. Feel to Heal Show, myself, Sharyn Nichols. And please reach out to me, feeltoheal.com. Sharyn Nichols at feeltoheal.com is my email. I welcome thoughts, feelings, all of it. Questions. We're talking about gaslighting and manipulation. And where's the fine line? You know, as I've said before, it's a spectrum. So where are you on it? How often do you find yourself in this experience? So, you know, gaslighters and manipulators, they are all about projection. And I'm going to even say that it comes from a true place of fear of you actually finding out that they are not who they say they are. It feels to me, a lot of gaslighting feels like it's a really great, I should say, some manipulation, not so much the gaslighting. The manipulative part is about sorry, I apologize. I have so much going on in my head, and there's so much that I want to get out. And you know, the master manipulator, it may not always be for evil. It could also be the sad little person inside of them, the little wounded child that, again, you know, I've said this before, the best offense is usually a good defense. So if they keep trying to hold up the mirror that you are bad and that you're wrong and that you don't know and that you're crazy and that you're making a mountain out of a molehill, yes, it's trying to control you, but just keep in mind, this is where compassion can come in. This is where, because to me, compassion can be the antidote. Compassion can be the place where you can then go within yourself to find your truth, remembering who you are and knowing that you are always an incredible, magnificent being, the good, the bad, the ugly. You get to be it all. And even in the moments of your ugliness, it's okay. It's okay. Own it. Embrace it. Apologize for it. It's about not taking on someone else's belief of you. Because one of the most painful parts of gaslighting can be knowing that not everyone will believe you and what you're saying. That if you actually go and try and have a conversation with someone, I will believe you. I don't take what other people say about other people like I used to. I want to experience you for myself before I make any conclusions or draw any conclusions about you. Because I don't want you to ever feel as though you are on trial all the time. Because you're not. There's nothing that you need to defend. There's nothing that you need to defend. So how you can help yourself is start writing in a journal when you are experiencing any of the gaslighting. So you can separate out actually what is the gaslighting, what is the narcissist, what is the master manipulation, and then what is actually the truth. Because every so often, the gaslighter does get it right, because you are exhibiting a behavior, although it's very few and far between usually. So share your secret, share how you're feeling with a mental health professional or someone that you truly do trust, who can break it down for you, who will believe you. So it's okay that it may be hard. It's okay that this is going to be stressful. So it's about setting boundaries for yourself, and that it's okay that you no longer need to hide your anger and your hurt. You want to appear strong in your reality, because your emotions are going to be raw and vulnerable. And again, set the boundary. Say, I hear you. I don't have to agree with you. I understand what you're saying. I do not have to agree. Just because you say it doesn't make it true. And you are going to continue to find all the proof that you think you need to tell me I am this, this, and this. And I thank you for your input. I hear you. And just because you say it doesn't make it true. Just because you say it doesn't make it true. So finding someone that you can trust to share this with, please reach out to me. I know how painful this can be, and I'm so looking forward to talking next week on next week's show, which the title is Let Your Light Shine and Shake Your Tail Feathers. Because when was the last time that you unapologetically let yourself just be, let yourself shine? And do you even remember how? So I want you to come back to the place, go back to the meditation, listen to it again, remember who you are, the truth of who you are, an incredible life, light being with all your good and all your bad, because you're all on the spectrum. We're all on the spectrum of light and love and peace and satisfaction and success. And when in doubt, breathe in, breathe out. Till next week.
Thank you for choosing to listen to the Feel to Heal with Sharyn Nichols show. Sharyn Nichols will return next Monday at 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, 5 p.m. Central, 4 p.m. Mountain, and 3 p.m. Pacific on InspiredChoicesNetwork.com. We hope you'll join us. Until then, give up the struggle, feel all you need to feel, and make this week your best one yet.
Till next week.
Thank you for choosing to listen to the Feel to Heal with Sharyn Nichols show. Sharyn Nichols will return next Monday at 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, 5 p.m. Central, 4 p.m. Mountain, and 3 p.m. Pacific on InspiredChoicesNetwork.com. We hope you'll join us. Until then, give up the struggle, feel all you need to feel, and make this week your best one yet.